I really don't care what happens at all. I don't care. Everybody, they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
Stop scrolling, because the latest drama between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor has left fans completely speechless. For weeks, the internet has been quietly buzzing. Not loud chaos, not explosive headlines, just whispers, theories, screenshots, and people replaying every post, caption, and interview, trying to understand what was really going on between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor. First, it felt subtle, almost harmless. A comment here, caption there. Nothing that screamed drama, but enough to make people pause. Enough to make fans lean in closer and ask, wait, is something off? Most people assumed the situation would follow a familiar pattern. Teyana would continue speaking openly, expressing her side, shaping the narrative the way she always has. And Iman? He would stay quiet, focus on co-parenting, take the high road, let the internet talk. That's what everyone expected. But nobody was prepared for what happened next. Because when Iman Shumpert finally spoke, the entire story shifted overnight. Not with shouting, not with screenshots, not with emotional chaos, but with calm, controlled, devastating precision. And somehow that hit harder than any rant ever could. To understand why this moment landed the way it did, you have to go back weeks earlier, before the viral clips, before the debates, before the internet picked sides. The tension didn't start loudly. It started quietly beneath the surface. Teyana had been posting, sharing thoughts, expressing emotions the way she always has, honestly and unapologetically. On the surface, nothing seemed confrontational, but fans who know her noticed something different. The tone felt heavier. The energy felt frustrated. The words felt intentional. Not an attack, but not neutral either. Little hints, subtle digs, statements that could be brushed off, unless you were really paying attention. For casual fans, it looked like normal celebrity venting, something that would trend for a day and disappear. But for people who have followed Iman and Teyana's relationship from the beginning, it felt different. Because this wasn't just about two celebrities. This was about two people who built a life together. Two people who share a child. Two people whose relationship has always existed under a microscope. And when personal emotions spill into the public eye, fans don't just watch, they analyze. They debate. They assume. Slowly, quietly, the speculation began to grow. And through all of it, Iman said nothing. While Teyana's voice shaped the conversation, Iman stayed completely silent. No posts, no comments, no reactions. At first, fans praised him. They called him mature, responsible, protective of his daughter. They admired the restraint. But as the silence stretched on, the praise turned into questions. Why wasn't he responding? Was he okay with how he was being portrayed? Was this strength, or was it surrender? Every day without a response made the tension thicker, the anticipation heavier. And what fans didn't realize at the time was this. Iman wasn't avoiding the conversation. He was preparing for it. When the moment finally came, it shocked everyone. Because Iman didn't explode. He didn't post receipts. He didn't drag names. He didn't turn it into spectacle. Instead, he spoke calmly, firmly, deliberately. Every word felt measured. Every sentence felt intentional. And that calm carried more power than anger ever could. Rather than attacking, he talked about perspective. About how two people can live through the same experiences and walk away with completely different truths. About how dangerous it is to form conclusions when only part of the story is visible. And suddenly everything changed. Fans weren't just reacting emotionally anymore. They were rethinking. People started revisiting old interviews, old videos, old moments they once overlooked. Things that didn't make sense before started clicking. It wasn't loud. It wasn't messy. But it was devastating in its clarity. Social media erupted. Clips of Iman's response spread across Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter within hours. Comment sections filled instantly, not with insults but with shock. Some fans praised him. They called his response mature, emotionally intelligent, a masterclass in restraint. Others criticized him. They said he was being too calculated, too vague, avoiding full accountability. But no matter which side people were on, one thing became undeniable. The narrative was no longer one-sided. Iman's voice had entered the conversation, and it changed everything. What made his response even more powerful was what he didn't do. He didn't directly attack Teyana. He didn't deny her feelings. He didn't dismiss her experience. Instead, he subtly reframed the story. Without naming names, he hinted at inconsistencies. Without accusing, he suggested misrepresentation. Without escalating, he introduced doubt. And that restraint became the loudest part of the story. Fans began dissecting every sentence, every pause, every word choice. TikTok creators analyzed his tone and body language. Twitter threads compared his statement to years of past interviews. Old clips resurfaced with brand new interpretations. What once felt insignificant now felt loaded with meaning. Then came the silence that nobody expected. Teyana didn't respond. No story, no caption, no statement. And in the world of celebrity drama, silence is rarely accidental. Fans waited. Hours turned into days. And the silence only fueled more speculation. Was she shocked? Reflecting? Choosing peace for her daughter? Or planning her next move carefully? Every post she made afterward was analyzed. Every smile, every caption, every absence became a clue. Now the story wasn't just about Iman's response. It was about what wasn't being said. As days passed, the narrative grew more layered. Fans weren't just reacting, they were participating. They dissected glances in old interviews. They rewatched moments that once felt harmless. They debated whether silence was strength or strategy. Some stood firmly with Teyana, believing she had been misunderstood. Others rallied behind Iman, praising his emotional control and clarity. But regardless of sides, everyone agreed on one thing. This wasn't just internet drama anymore. This was human. At its core, this story is about co-parenting, about shared history, about emotions that don't disappear just because a relationship ends. Iman's response showed that defending yourself doesn't require destruction. That calm can be powerful. That restraint can shift an entire narrative. Teyana's silence showed something else entirely, that sometimes, choosing not to engage speaks just as loudly. Together, their actions created tension, suspense, and conversation without chaos. And that's why this story refuses to fade. The internet is still watching, still analyzing, still speculating. Will Teyana respond? Will new context emerge? Or will both continue letting their words and their restraint speak for them? One thing is clear. After Iman Shumpert's calm but powerful response, the narrative changed forever. Fans were left stunned, reflective, and deeply engaged. Because sometimes the loudest moment isn't the one filled with noise. It's the one delivered quietly, with precision and impossible restraint. And this story is far from over.